Intuitive Guidance to Inspire Your Life is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Dr. Jenn, and today we're going to go into the forecast on astrology for February of 2023 and also the Aquarius season. It is Aquarius season now. Today, as we are airing the show, it is January 26th. So Aquarius season actually started on January 20, but it will run until February 18, which is most of the month of February. So today we're going to look at some of the energy influences. We're looking at what the angels have for us on this because there's a lot of positive here they're very eager to help with. There's encouragement on finding gratitude and hope in our lives, and they're great for that part, especially when you're having a hard time finding it. So I want to put that out there right away. That was one of the biggest things they wanted me to make sure I said. Another thing is we'll go over each sign. So we're overviewing some of the major points of some of the energies that are going on. You'll relate to some and some you may not. And then the rest of them, you're going to look for that individual as we go through those. So I'm going to give you some information on Aquarius season. I'm going to give you information on the whole month of February, and then we'll go into the individual signs. And I am going to be moving, so I want to welcome everyone that is joining us live because I want to make sure I get the information out to you. So let's look at this first. Okay, Aquarius season started on the 20th, and it will run to February 18th, like I said. When we get to the part where I'm going through the individual signs, make sure if you know them, listen to the ones you do know. If you know all three, great. If you don't, listen to what you do know. But if you know your sun, moon, and rising sign, it's good to listen to those because you can get a better overview. It's a little bit more information that you might feel a little influence here and there with some things. And some, it just depends, it just really depends on where you are in life, what you've accomplished, because we're continually evolving. We're continually moving forward. And we are part of co-creating the experience we have in our journey here. So here we go. Now, Aquarius season does have a focus on reminding us about gratitude and finding hope, the goodness in life. I know there's a lot of crazy stuff out there that you'll see, but there's also this part. And that's why I want to remind you of that. You want to look at that. We all deserve the rewards we've worked so hard for. Sometimes we can feel discouraged about that, and that's where the angels say, don't forget to tell them. They're saying it again to me. Look for the gratitude. Find your way back to looking for that gratitude and finding hope around you. It can be the smallest little spark. If you're having trouble with that, ask them to help you find it, see it. They're not going to just dump it in their lap. They're going to come walk with you, and then you can look for it. You want to be a participant in life is what I'm saying. So Aquarius is represented by the water bearer. And here's where it comes in with a lot of energy clearing and healing because it focuses on, Aquarius focuses on healthy, harmonious relationships, healthy, harmonious communities. I know, right? And then it's also about technology. It's about thinking out of the box, innovative thinking, creative energy really flows in this energy. So we have 0 planets in retrograde. So that means all the momentum is moving forward. So before I get going into all of these little details, the affirmation I wrote for this show, for this topic, which is great for the month of February and Aquarius season, is I visualize the life I deserve. I like that. I take action when opportunities present themselves. Can't get any better than that. And this is that time of the year where we're really moving into something new. So let's go into a little bit of what Aquarius season is. And if you are Aquarius, you will feel it more. But everybody will feel this in some way. So here's an interesting part about this particular Aquarius season in 2023 that's different from what we've had in the last few years at this time of year. Saturn, back in December of 2020, went into Aquarius, and that kind of influenced, and it integrates those energies into this Aquarius sign. And basically for the last 2 years, it's been feeling kind of heavy with Saturn. Saturn is known as the planet, the Lord of Karma, the stern teacher, the rule follower. And so when you have that going on, it wants to make sure you're taking responsibility for your choices. That's what we've been experiencing in the last couple of years. This one's a little bit different. Now it's taking a change where it wants to amplify finding gratitude and then receiving the rewards you've worked so hard for. So we've shifted a little bit in this season of 2023 for Aquarius, where now it's different. It's a different vibe we're getting from Saturn. After all that stern teaching and training and all whatever, it's now coming into the last few, what they call degrees, the final degrees in astrology of that air sign. Aquarius is an air sign. So it's wrapping up the lessons so you can receive your gifts and rewards. So yeah, the hard work for the last couple of years, it's looking very hopeful. And now it's time for gratitude of what you've learned, what you've deserved, all things like that. So you want to turn your attention to gratitude. That's one of the main focuses I see for this Aquarius season. Find gratitude in something, no matter how small, and build from there. When you're discouraged, ask the angels to help you figure it out or to remind you or something. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. And they're really stressing that part. And and you know, that's about goodness. That's about hope. That's about the lightness. That's about, oh my gosh, the journey is challenging at times, but I can feel a little bit of breathing space here and enjoy a little bit. That's what this is focusing on. And stay open to the rewards that are coming, that Saturn is reminding us of, so to speak. So when you're working with Aquarius energy, that being ruled by the water sign, the water bearer, that is about healing and the community. It's about healing. Yes, we could use a lot of that, I know. This is the gift of collecting the water, which kind of represents the emotions. Water always represents, it's kind of symbolic for the emotions and the mind and how we're feeling about things and our thoughts. And this clears this out. It's time to let go of all those things that are holding you back, keeping you small, just keeping you from living, keeping you from enjoying parts of this journey. The challenges are plenty, but we have to enjoy it too. So we don't want to miss that part. So the act of clearing and using this is all through Aquarius season. So this is a really good time of year to do some house cleaning on the inside. Let that energy just kind of tap in and work with that energy of clearing and healing. So you can become that same water bearer and take that energy to clear your emotions, to clear your mental thought energy, to just clear so you can harmonize again and feel life in a different way. Clearing and cleansing supports us, but it also helps us become a positive part of a greater community as we're moving into this Aquarian energy. So it's also, Aquarius is very much about harmonious, healthy communities. Remember that. So lots about, you know, the age of Aquarius and living in harmony and communities and, you know, everything being amazing. Yes, we are in the middle of a shift when you look at this from metaphysics and spirituality. We are shifting. 5D is here. It is definitely showing that all that worked in 3D just doesn't work so good anymore. And it's time for innovative thinking, creative thinking, thinking out of the box, finding new ways to make a healthier, happier, harmonious relationship and community. So I really like that part. So as we move through this, it's a sign of technology, working with that. This is moving into lots of things that are being designed, created. You're going to see a lot of that. We've talked about that before. So I want to go over some of the main astrological events in Aquarius season, and then we'll keep moving into what's coming up for the month of February. So they'll overlap a little bit. So Aquarius season being all those planets that are now moving direct. We have no retrogrades right now. That started on January 22. That means the momentum of moving forward, everything going direct, nothing's retrograde, nothing's slowing down, nothing's going backwards. The momentum is building, okay? This is going to really create some forward-moving momentum for whatever you want to achieve. The projects, tasks, your thought processes that might have been feeling like they were sluggish or foggy or cloudy, now they get a boost, and you should start to see some creative, like something coming through, some clarity. So when they're all moving direct, things can happen pretty fast. All the opportunities start presenting themselves. It's a lot easier to see them and catch them. And now we get off into a brand new chapter, because when you really look at the lunar calendar or the astrology calendar, the new year begins, you know, now in another month or so. It doesn't start in January. January, February are kind of like ramping us up before we begin a new one. So that's what's happening, because March is going to be a bigger month. This will feel like a calmer, soothing, nice, refreshing month, but it's also going to be moving forward and ramping us up. So we're gradually building our momentum to move into when it gets active. So that's natural. That's a natural flow. I really like that. So the Aquarius new moon that we just had on January 21st, that brought some fresh new energy in, and that was the Lunar New Year. So we have all these powerful vibrations for manifesting. This is a great time to really dive into this energy here. Now we have, on February 5, we have a Leo full moon, and it's following with a very light energy and encouraging us to remember to have fun in life, to find our playfulness again, to really release and clear away what's just getting in the way and bogging you down, and you just don't need it anymore. That's all full moons, but this one has got this light. You need to play a little bit. You need to have some fun in life. So I really like this this whole light, refreshing energy coming in for a lot of us that might feel really worn out from the last couple of years. Honestly, you know, you're just feeling the wear and tear, and this is really bringing in a light, fresh momentum that we can tap into. So as we move into this February forecast, I'm going to go a little bit over it a little bit more, because we're moving into February. February overall acts as this gateway, so to speak, to get us moving, to make things happen, to get us moving forward, to inspire us to get going. So in a light, fresh, happy way, in a hopeful way, an encouragement way. I love this. And just imagine working with your angels and just really spending extra time during the day. Maybe you do this once or twice a day. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just don't do it. But gosh, it makes me want to do it several times a day, and just every time I think about it, just stop and go, yeah, let's get into this. So forward moving momentum will continue as we don't have any retrograde planets, which is really nice. That's until mid-April. So we have a great window here to get some things going that we've been waiting to do, right? So if you have no planets in retrograde, that's a sign from the universe. It's time to get up and get moving and get things done. That's literally it. Okay, you've had your time to figure it out, to reflect, to slow down, to reevaluate. Now let's get moving. Let's go. So this is like, okay, ready, set, go. That's how it feels. So whether they're big steps or small steps, it's nothing to be overwhelmed about. That's where angels come in again. Your angels, whenever you start feeling like, oh, it's getting busy, I haven't been busy in 5 years, I don't know, what am I going to do? If you start to feel that overwhelm, that's a little bit of anxiety about, just take a deep breath and ask them to settle you and to not, it helps you be aware. Like, wait, I don't need to be overwhelmed. This is what I've been waiting for. And don't be afraid to try something. And if it doesn't work out, then go, okay, let's try something else. So there's that encouragement there. So whether they're big or small, February is reminding us that progress needs to be made now. We need to make some changes. That's not to be scary. They can be tiny little ones. Just something that betters your life, something that brings the joy and happiness, something that maybe you want to do and you never find time to do it. Find 5 minutes, anything like that. It doesn't have to be huge. You just need to get started. You will be amazed at how much you will be supported if you just show some initiative that, yes, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to change. The universe will totally support you. Angels will be right there. And it doesn't take much. I've experienced this before. It's like sometimes you're just like, I don't know. Just the slightest little one. And then you get your momentum going. And you can start slow and then build your momentum up. So don't worry about that. Don't let that overthink, okay? Don't go freaking out on that. Because March is coming up. This is the time to start ramping up the momentum. Okay? So you're going to feel this energy moving you forward. If you try to dig your heels in and stop, that resistance to that, that might feel weird. So, why not see what doors and opportunities can open up for you? Now, March being big, that's going to be one of the most pivotal months of the year. It's a big one. That's when we'll see a lot of bigger shifts happening overall for everybody. But it's just time to wrap it up and get clear and get your clutter out of the way, whatever it might be, your mental clutter, your emotional clutter. Just like, you know what? Enough's enough. I'm ready to move forward and just make some new tracks, new goals, really find my way into 2023. Because this is a big year for shift. It has gratitude, hope, possibilities, opportunities. But you have to choose that you want to look at those and focus on that, not everything else that's going on that you don't like. So that's a reminder for that. So now a little bit about the astrology of February. In general, that was Aquarius season we just went to. Ow, that was my elbow. Ouch. Okay, I'm good. Sorry about the bang. All right. So for the whole month, there's no planets in retrograde. So for the whole month, that's a great forward-thinking, forward-moving momentum. We like that. That's good. That's building us up. February 3rd. These are a couple of the little highlights of February. This is Ceres. It's retrograde. That's an asteroid. We were talking about major planets. There's none. Okay, this is an asteroid, and you don't hear about things like this much, but these little extra tidbits that are coming up in astrology are interesting because they do help. It makes more sense with the energies once you get a bigger picture, so that's why I like to bring them up to you. This is a very soft, gentle, and doesn't impact any forward-moving momentum at all, even though it's a retrograde. This is more about nourishment and nurturing. This is very linked to finding time to take care of you, your self-care practices, and your daily routine. So that is what that one's about. So that one may have you reflecting on, yeah, I could do better, taking better care here and there and making sure I have time to rest or I eat better, anything like that. That's what that one is. So that's actually going to support us quite well. That's on February 3rd that goes into retrograde to reflect back and maybe tweak some of that while we're getting momentum moving forward with all these opportunities popping up. February 5 is that Leo full moon. That is the bright, bold, positive, playful energy. Release what's in the way so you can enjoy life. It's about creating that joy in life and making room for it. And it's really putting a focus on that. So this one is release what's in the way and bring in some room here so you can enjoy your life and your journey as well. February 7, 8, that is where Mercury is leaving a shadow period. That means it's not retrograde anymore. Once it goes direct, there's these few days they call the shadow. It's very intricate, I know. But that's because it's coming out of that. That will boost the momentum of the universe too. So it will really bring in, if anything was foggy or confusing with that Mercury retrograde, you should find that clarity will start rolling in now. So if there was something like that going on for you with big decisions and things like that, things will start to become clearer to you. February 15, this one's cool. This was right, the day after Valentine's Day, but it's right on top of it. This is Venus, and that's called a conjunct Neptune in Pisces. I know, well, what does all that mean? This is a harmonious combination of energies from the planets, and it helps to bring the softness, the sweetness that's going on in life. This is a energy to love deeper, to open up your heart, to express yourself to the world. It's a great energy for romance, expanding creativity, your spirituality. So that one is right around the Valentine's Day, which I thought was kind of cool. It's coming in on the 15th. But you'll start to feel it, so that's really cool. February 16, that is a Sun conjunct Saturn in Aquarius. Now, what does that mean? I know, all these, I know. This is the last time we'll experience Saturn and the Sun coming in with Aquarius, okay? So for another 28 and a half years. So we won't be feeling that stern teacher like this, you know, like we had been feeling in a couple of years. So this is where it's wrapping up and moving on. It's, you know, when Saturn in Aquarius drops the karmic lessons, so to speak, for us, and now we're getting into, and that's collective and personal, and now we're moving into this, coming to the end of it. Now we start to take that responsibility, but now we're looking at that gratitude and knowing that we deserve the rewards we've worked so hard on. That's what that is. February 18, the Sun in Pisces. That's when we're going to come out of Aquarius. Okay, and we will go into the Pisces season in another show coming up in a week or so. But when it moves into Pisces, now Aquarius being the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces, or it's moving into the last sign, Pisces, sorry. Pisces is a water sign, so that's about completion, wholeness. That's considered the last sign. That's like the last month of the astrology calendar, because Aries is the first. So when we look at this and it's going, and we have this energy that goes and presents positive, negative, yin yang, male, feminine energy, independence, but we need each other. That's community kind of related, or relationship. And so it's like there's this connection here, and it's a very spiritual sign. So that will be in that last 10 days of February, moving into that first couple of weeks of March, that will start. And we'll go into that a lot more in another show, because that's Pisces. February 19, the Pisces new moon. And that is the new moon that carries all that energy of fresh start. So it's really wonderful. And it's going to have a strong theme of new beginnings. I mean, all new moons do, but this one's going to be strong. So we're really looking at that creative energy to be innovative and think differently and find something new and something better. February 21 to 24, that's another, this one's weird. This one's called a royal star. Fomalhaut, it's a weird name. It's the Sun conjunct with that. And what's that about? That's one of the 4 royal stars is what it's called. And it's about a gatekeeper to the galaxy. That's a little bit different. This represents transformation. This is the end and the rebirth, kind of like Pluto does. And it's a highly creative time where doors open. We may activate spiritual gifts. We might find we have a stronger spiritual connection. I find that interesting in Pisces season, which is very spiritual too. So that's going to be boosting that a little bit more and expressing your spiritual practices or your creative side, and knowing that a rebirth is always possible when something falls away. So that's pretty cool. Now, I know I'm going to keep going because I want to get through the signs. So that was a good overview of the month of February, Aquarius season. And now we're going to go into the Aquarius signs individually. This is where you want to listen to your sun, moon, and rising sign. So we'll start with Aries. Aries, okay, here we go. This is the wave of fresh, restorative energy for you. This is a great new moon that we just had that clears out goals for you. Now you're traveling direct, and so if something that you suspected was going on maybe underneath or behind the scenes, this is a great time to push forward with projects. This is when you'll be busy. This is when you really want to get things moving. That Leo energy, that Leo full moon is going to be great for you. That really moves with you in harmony with the fiery energy of Aries to move and have momentum. So you're really looking to just get that heart-soul connection, to just really open yourself up to the opportunities that are coming. So it's a busy, lots of energy. So it's like expanding, opening up. You feel guarded, but at the same time, you want to stay grounded. You want to say goodbye to the stuff that's in the way. You just don't have time for that anymore. You're ready to amplify things and ramp it up. You're really going to feel it. So Aries, make sure you take care of yourself and eat well, because you're going to want some energy for that. Taurus, things might have been feeling slow for you in the last few months, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Taurus doesn't, like to be rushed anyway, but hopefully there's been some recharge, there's been some rest, because under this energy, there's a new energy for the Taurus as well, to start setting intentions and to start really momentum, working on those projects, sending lots of energy to get going and move again. This may have more of a focus in your professional careers. This may also be leaps of faith and things that where you really put yourself out there and you try something new, innovative. Taurus likes to know and, doesn't like to be rushed, but you might feel that you will, feel a little braver in that, so to speak, and just get some things done. You've had Uranus in your sign for a bit, so that was going through a lot of deep changes for you recently in the last year or so. So that is going to be in your sign until 2026, but there's lots of different ways. This is good for you. You're learning how to think out of the box and not feel so like you can't move. So it's a stable sign, it's an earth sign, it's a grounded sign, and it's very good. It usually likes to focus with finances and making sure everything's good, but this is a great support for projects, dreams, goals for the Taurus. So keep going. Gemini, your planet is Mercury, your ruling planet, but it just left retrograde. So now you've got strength and speed moving forward. You might find that you're now traveling direct, and that's going to double that relief. So you're going to really feel the momentum again. Anything that was uncertain, now the full moon, when it comes in on the Leo full moon on Feb 5, you will feel this ray of hope. You're going to feel like, oh, okay, yeah, I can focus now on some things that are important that I've been really wanting to do. You want to get that communication project out. You want to move. You want to get it going. You feel inspired. You're going to those wheels are going to be moving in there. So everything that went out, you're going to have these new gifts coming your way as well. So that's a communication sign. So if you've been, jotting it down, or if you've been journaling, or if you've felt stagnant in your thoughts, things are about to move really well. So you can just really get those ideas and that creative thinking going. Everybody's actually going to feel some cool stuff here. So we're all going to be kind of getting busy here. Cancer sign in 2023. This is about stepping further into your truth and who you were born to be, what you're really about. This is a sense that your life is shifting. This is a result of stepping into more of who you really are. The new moon we just had really brought a strange wave of that for you. This is a fresh energy that's coming in to realign your priorities, to really focus on what is truly important to you. And you just want to go there. You just want to do it. You're finding that, wow, all this I was trying to figure out and do, you can do now. There's that motivation there. The new moon really gave a clear opportunity of what you're spending your energy on. So all the planets moving direct, this helps you a lot. Also, we have the full moon coming up. This is an emotional moon, but it's because it opens up the heart. There's joy. You want to feel that joy. You're really going to be harvesting the rewards of all the things you've been planting and you've been wanting in your life. So there's so much positivity in this. I keep seeing it in each sign and I love it. I really do. I want this for everybody. There's a lot of strong potential for emotion that you might be filled with joy. That emotion, how wonderful, right? So Leo, this one sits opposite of Aquarius. So this one is always going with the flow of harmony here. But when Aquarius being opposite of you, that means Saturn has been sitting opposite too. So when that's going on, you feel a little bit of this presence a little bit stronger than anybody else. So from December 2020 onwards, that's been indirectly sending you these nudges. And you may have been feeling that, like taking responsibility for your actions and, watching and, just knowing that, okay, I know, I've got to do this. This is a gift to align you with your true self and higher path. This is really a gift. And the thing that I love about when you're really aligning with all of this is the healing energy that comes through, the connection to the heart. Leo is very heartfelt and passionate and loves the joy and almost grandiose, but in a positive way. You can feel that to the highest. So that is really awesome. It's really a heart healing for you. And just to feel it soothing you and just loving it. So this is a great spiritual connection as well. Virgo, Aquarius season is about getting clear about your goals and dreams and wishes and what you want to focus on coming up in the next months coming up ahead. So with that, you have that new moon that just came in. That gave you a chance to get clear on what you want to call into your life. The full moon, that one reminds you to stop being so serious. That Leo moon is wanting you to remember some playfulness in your life. So you need to lighten up maybe, or just give yourself some time to have some fun. That is the Virgo. So sometimes that can be very serious, and then we just don't remember all the wonderful sides of life. Believe it or not, that kind of energy can lift your frequency so well, and it's so much easier to be in a 5D dimension, fifth dimension environment and see the world in a different way when you allow the joy and the happiness in. So I really like that it's reminding us of this. You have healing gifts. Healing can look different for everybody. What they need to heal is different. But you know that you can do this. You like nature. You like herbal medicines, things like that. You like being out of the box too. But your healing journey might be different from somebody else's, but it's what will bring that contentment, that joy in you truly feeling comfortable, like that old shoe that fits perfectly, that that's you. We want to be our true selves. So you want that too. So there's a lot of new paths to healing for you coming up. And it's just going to keep empowering, and it's going to keep building on what you've already been doing, but even better, and you might discover some new things. The Libra season, there's some really sweet energies coming for you. You're an air sign as well. So with this one, there's fresh energies coming in for you to focus on what you want to bring into your life as well. But it's a little extra supportive on manifesting goals and dreams. There's a lot of manifesting energy here that everybody can work with. Some of you just might feel that a little bit more in different areas of life as we go through this. Manifesting can sometimes be confusing for people, I know. Sometimes we just overthink it. But this is about getting some extra support for those goals and dreams here. So when you're a co-creator, you draw power on the things that you're focusing on. You draw that to you. The key word that a lot of people get confused with when you're manifesting is you're a co-creator. You're working with the universe, with the energies. You're working on what you focus on, and honestly, it's how you, and then you start taking action when you see different opportunities opening up. So a vision board would work great. Intentions would work great for you. Keeping that focus on what you want to do. There's something out there called a mood board now. Like, it's kind of like a vision board, but it's like, you know, you're designing and you're kind of putting it out there so you can see it. That's pretty cool. Journaling is really good to help organize and get your thoughts down and what you want to do, what you want to clear out, what you want to move forward on. So the Leo moon is going to be really highly energizing for you and may feel like you're ready to just play, and really feel some heart healing energies coming your way as well. So if something intense does come, or something you have been going through comes, you should feel some lightness and some healing and some just release from some of that weight that you were feeling. So I like that. Scorpio, we're doing okay. Scorpio, this is significant changes. Like last year, it would have brought a lot of change for you, but this one is a little bit more, not as intense for the Scorpio, because that Scorpio can be a deep one. It's also safe to say that all the transformative work has been completed that you were working on. And so now you move into this truth of what really starts to move and change for you now. You'll start to really start seeing it. You've been patient. You've been working to find your feet. You know, you've been working on your clarity. But during this season, you should feel a little burst of energy and encouragement. You should feel like, okay, all right, there's a little bit of gratitude and some hope. There's that ray of hope I was looking for. The possibilities will start to feel like achievable. Like, wait, there is opportunity here. There is some options here I could tap into. The new moon, that was a great time. That was what we just had. That was where you could work on that focus. But the full moon, that's just going to be bringing in that joy, that intention to clear away all those blocks that are in the way, so you can really feel a full capacity and fullness of love, that love you deserve, to open up and heal your heart, to just get the anger out of the way if it's there. Some of that pain that just keeps anchoring and chaining you down. You know, you want to go back to self-love. You want to know that your healing is important, and you deserve to be happy too. You've worked hard. You do a lot of deep healing work. Sagittarius, this is a strong reflective energy for you. So reflective, and that's like if you've been feeling stuck, or if you've been feeling like, okay, is it ever going to move? Aquarius season is going to help bring that shift for you. You will really feel that. So this one, all the seeds, all the potential you've been planning, they're a little bit more magnified now. This energy you can set your intentions on. You can really move forward. If you've been feeling drained of your energy, just exhausted, you should feel a little bit more motivation coming back in. And that's good. The fog, the confusion lifts. I like that part. The forward moving energy of this whole time is just really lifting and encouraging us, like, oh wow, I think I can do this. I think I can get back up and I can get going again. That's a big encouragement boost for everyone. You'll feel the heartfelt energies that heal at the Leo full moon as well. Just something, you know, that just brings that inspiration for you. This is just a really good energy coming with the Leo full moon. I feel like it's just going to lighten it up for everybody, and we want to heal. It's like it opens it up to where we just want to get on with it, you know? Let's go. Because we've been starving to feel a lightness and joy. After all of the learning and challenges, we want to feel the joy of life. So we want to tap into that. Capricorn, okay, we just left your season So you might be feeling that a little bit where it shifted, but this is where you find your full vision coming back in again. You're going to really start to feel that you're okay. The clarity's coming in. My health, my well-being, I'm finding the answers I needed that I've been looking for, things like that. This energy will be a welcome relief for you. I like that. Setting intentions, getting clear on your goals, very good. Very, very good. In fact, you can start feeling like you can cross things off that list you've had. You know, like, oh, yay, finally moving through that. And then the full moon, it might feel a little heavier to you, but that's because it kind of brings up the uncomfortable feelings or thoughts that you know you need to get rid of. So the indicator there is if you feel that, it's letting you know this is what's holding you back. Let's get rid of that. You can put that intention out to clear those energies. Let that heart healing energy bring some lightness to you and take away some of that heavy stuff you've been dragging around. Honestly, this is going to be in your favor. Okay, Aquarius, this is the happy birthday Aquarius people. So now it's in yours. You're going to be bathing in this nourishing and restorative energy. You're going to feel that, oh man, okay, here we go, I'm ready. So I like this because all that karmic reward you deserve is now going to be offered. You're going to start to feel some things coming positively for you. Stay open to the universe. Pay attention to what the universe opportunity comes your way. You know, it could come in different ways. Just explore it. You don't have to commit to something if it doesn't seem right, but just look. Just be open-minded to see what's out there for you, because the ability to manifest is heightened right now for you. So you want to put that out there. You want to put those intentions on the manifesting, the self-development, the nourishing of who you are, taking your self-care in there. Shortly after, you know, when you've got all of this energy flowing, regardless of when your birthday is, you've got motivated energy, so take advantage of that, you know. Really work with this on that Leo full moon. This is a natural, refreshing energy for you. You want this heart-centered healing and you want it to come up. So either side of this, okay, go with it. Honestly, every single sign, I've gone through individual and I'm getting ready to go through Pisces. I haven't forgot you. But every sign has opportunity for some major momentum in a positive way and a lighter feeling. We just have to be willing to get the clutter and the garbage and the weight out of the way. Can't be afraid to let go of some stuff. It might have been great at one time, but if it's just not working, it needs to go. That's how that works. And sometimes it is hard. Pisces. Okay, we're going to move into Pisces on the 19th of February. So, or February, February 18, 19, right in there. So this is the journey of moving and completion and endings, okay? Because it's the last sign of the zodiac. So this is a wrapping up, letting go of things that are in the past. You may feel this energy spiritually where you're shifting some things that you thought were and weren't before. You might be finding that you need a fresh new perspective on life. You're going to be clearing out all that old stagnant energy to replace it with something new. So you're going to look for that inspiration in a lot of ways. You might be clearing out literally your physical space. You might be looking around you going, wow, I need to clean that closet out. Wow, I need to clean up my diet. Wow, I need to get some inspiration going on. You're going to be feeling like you just need to lighten everything up inside and out. So pick something and go with it. Just do it. Vision boards work great for you. Pisces being a very spiritual sign, you want to get clear on what you want to manifest and let the universe know what it is. Do something to show the universe that's what you want. And any sign actually can do that. If there's something you truly want, you have to put the energy into that. Whether it's learning a new skill or just spending time on that, if that's what you want, we have to show this is what we want to do. We want to spend our time here. You'll find that that momentum starts to multiply on that. The Leo full moon is a very supportive healing vibration for you. So that's going to really help clear out all the rest of that. So get clear on what you want to, you know, move on with. And then now you're going to really look at what you want to spend your time on and what's worth your time. What's worth all the energy and the sensitivity and the emotions that you feel. What do you deserve? Are you ready to deserve? So there's definitely something to celebrate about all the things you've accomplished as you wrap this up. Because that's the last sign before we go into the brand new chapter in Aries. So there, that is all of them. That was a lot. And I just can't believe I got through all that. But I wanted to give you, this is a really powerful momentum time for positive energy, for hope, for gratitude. And honestly, some people will say, nothing ever goes right for me. I hear that a lot. And it doesn't always go perfect. But if we want to try again, this is a good energy to help you get back up on that horse. You don't have to do any of this if you don't want, but I highly recommend that if this energy is there to encourage us after being so discouraged at times, why not take the little extra boost to help? Then we have our angels in there that are going, hey, if you ever feel like, no way, it ain't going to work for me. Yes, it can work for you. You just have to choose to try. You have to just choose to want to be a participant in your own journey as a co-creator in your manifesting. So that's how this works. And yes, I'm sounding like I'm trying to keep encouraging. I know how it can be. I know you can get discouraged. I know it's been tough for the last few years. But we have opportunity here that I would want to soak up in. Why wouldn't you? Why not? It's almost like, are you sure we're going to have good vibes? We have to be a participant in that. We want to work with it, spend energy on some positive thought. So, for example, if you have a tendency to constantly see everything that could go wrong, it would be a practice for you to go, okay, acknowledge that you saw that. I get that. And then go, all right, what can I find positive? What can I have appreciation or gratitude for? And it can be the tiniest thing. That's a good place to start. And some people go, oh, that's silly. Well, you can think that if you want, but it's not to me. And that's why I'm sharing it with you. It really does make a difference. Just that little bit can raise your vibration. The goal is here to work with these energies that are helping us get the stuff out of the way that is just bogging it down. Look for that gratitude and hope, that lightness, that positive side of life that we really are yearning for. We have to go reaching for it to be that co-creator in that. And I'm not saying it's perfect, because believe it or not, you can be going through one of the greatest challenges of your life, one of the toughest setbacks, and still find joy. You can. I can't explain to you how. Everybody's different. What my point is, I get that because I've had to do it myself a few times, and I'll do it again. I'm sure I will. And so we do go through different parts of life, but we don't want to forget the joyful part. We don't want to forget the opening the heart and letting the love in, and the self-care, and the things that we do deserve, and the opportunities that present. Sometimes we close off so much that nothing can get in, and that can feel very isolating. So my point here is, there's hope, there's gratitude, there's opportunity here with this energy to magnify what you're trying to do. And you can really work with it. Any sign can. So if you look and you see these different tendencies, like, oh, okay, and you were listening to the different signs, you can actually have that intention out there to work with, okay, I want to work with the Aquarius energy. I want to work with this Leo energy. How can I do that with what I'm experiencing? And you can just say, all right, this is what's going on for me. What can I do? And all you need to do is just a little bit, and then it will open a door and show you, oh, okay, well, try this too. And now you start to expand and move it and shift it. So it's worth it. It's worth it. It's so worth it. I don't know how else to say it, but I'm going to take a minute before we run off the air and say hello to everyone that has shown up in the chat. I just want to say hello to everyone and give you guys some love. Oh my goodness. Hello, welcome to the show. Let's see, we have Journey to Becoming Me. Hello, hello, Lisa, Candace, Mashasha. All right, everybody's feeling, okay, good. Everybody's feeling it. Lisa, I'm feeling the energy clearing away. The old stuff from the past 2 years, awesome. Yes. I see, this is like we need to have a party. It's like you need to celebrate these things. I just got a chill from saying that. And Journey to Becoming Me, thank you, Lord Jesus. No retrogrades right now. Hallelujah, my brain power will return. Yes, put that intention out there. Yes, absolutely. Melissa, I keep hearing a lot about March. Sounds like a big shift or something is coming. There's a lot of events in astrology coming. I am going to go into that on another show. I didn't have time. But yes, doesn't mean bad. Some of that on a community or collective level, you're going to see a lot of big shifts and changes in the world that really probably need to happen. Some of them are going to be like, oh, okay, wow, that was different. But we're also working on our inner self. And I will go into some of that in another show coming up in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned. But yes, that's the beginning of a new chapter. That's the beginning of a new cycle. So that's why you're hearing a lot about March. Last couple of months have been pretty heavy for Melissa. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. And this would be a great opportunity to just tap into some relief, some lightness, some hope, some nourishment to the heart that's felt heavy. Absolutely. Journey to Becoming Me, thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting this show. I so appreciate you. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Still working on lots of cool surprises. Don't want you guys to think I'm not doing it. I am kind of at the mercy of waiting for some beta stuff technology-wise. So I'm waiting for it to be working properly. I don't want to just throw it out there and it be a hot mess. I like fine-tuning. I'm putting a lot of energy and time into some things. So here we go. Melissa, thank you. Yes, absolutely. Hugs. I love that. Hugs for each other in the community. Beautiful. Candace, I heard... You heard the elbow? Oh, I know. It's all right. I don't even forgot about it now. I'm reading this after the fact. Lisa, Cancer Moon, Sun here. And I feel all that fresh energy. It's going to be a good time for you. Absolutely. Let's see. I need that shift. You know what? I'm seeing a lot of, yes, everybody's ready for this. Okay, here's the thing. This energy... And I like this. And this is like, in a nutshell, if I had to summarize this, the energy that everybody's feeling, no matter what sign you are going to be given this opportunity of, okay, guys, we're about to change things up in March, April, that, it's going to be different. This is what you've been waiting for. So start looking for the positives and start practicing. The other thing I noticed with this is it's reminding us about 5D energy. We've been living in this 3D. 3D, it's just fading, honestly. I think if you looked at it from the other perspective and you were thinking more 5D, which would be the light, positive, innovative, all of this energy we're looking at. If you were looking at that, you would see all of this wonderful opportunity to practice your 5D thinking and perspective. That's really a lot of what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing, there's these rays of hope. There's all this awesome energy that gets bypassed because it's so clouded over by all the dark, negative, scary stuff you keep seeing. Honestly, guys, if you're getting overwhelmed by what you're seeing in the news or any of all that stuff out there, take a break and give yourself opportunity to look at this other side of life. That's what the universe is trying to show us. Give yourself opportunity to get excited about something, to feel good about something. Don't let the naysayers pull you down. And that happens. But what if it's really affecting you, limit that. It's simple as that. If you're watching a scary movie that affects you, why are you watching it? I mean, it's just a question to ask yourself. This is like, why are you watching stuff that upsets you? Why are you reading stuff that upsets you? I'm not saying put your head in the sand and not know what's going on. That's not what I'm saying. You want to know what's going on. At the same time, you don't want to get completely into a place where you can't enjoy life. This is showing us there is another side to life. 5D experiences life very, very differently from 3D. And when you look at the differences and you try to live a 3D life in 5D, it just is going to be bumpy. It's not going to work. It just doesn't. So I know I've been practicing this, and then as soon as I notice, because you can go back and forth. We do it all the time. We go back and forth between 3, 4, 5. You sometimes go higher. And the more I become aware, the more it's like, oh, I'm not staying here. That's not where I want to be. If I feel fear creeping in, or if I feel getting upset about something, I go, oh, nope, 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 not going there anymore. How would I think about this in 5D? And this is a great way to practice this, because sometimes we don't realize we deserve some good stuff too. It's time for that. We deserve to have these good vibes. The vibrations bring you up, and then when the challenges happen here on Earth, which do, we respond very, very differently in a higher vibration than we would. You're going to respond like the same challenge could enter, and you'll completely respond a different way if you were in a 5D mindset versus a 3D. And you'll handle it better. You'll be able to say no where you need to say no. You'll be able to have those boundaries up, not worry about it. You'll be able to do your self-care. Self-care is a vital part of this. It's like you have to be in a good state here, and you want to do that. So when I say that, this is a lot of opportunity to just enjoy and bask in some of that and strengthen that side, strengthen those vibrations. And whenever you are feeling it, to go back there. And if you can't figure out how to find your way there, ask your angels to show you. And it doesn't matter which angels, honestly. Jophiel is the one that can bring positive. If you're feeling a lot of fear, Michael can help you cut some cords. You're a guardian angel. But in general, you can just say, I need some sort of idea or direction to just lighten it up and just help me find a way. If you really want to and you put that intention out there, you will find it. And then take action. And you've heard me say these things many, many times over the last years about manifesting and positive energy. And positive energy, negative energy, high vibration, low vibration, they all exist. It's not like one's, it's like we feel them all. We always do. It's not like you won't feel all of them, high and low. What I'm trying to show you is the empowerment of going, okay, I'm in a lower one. I want to move up. I'm ready to get something else. To have the co-creating empowerment that you can go, all right, let me just choose something else to lighten it up. That's what I'm talking about. It's not escaping and pretending that life doesn't happen. It's about handling it in a much better, proficient, stronger way, not tearing you down, not destroying everything that you thought, or what, just it's just a completely different way of approaching life. So that's what we're all learning how to do. And the more I practice it, the more joy I feel in life, and I feel it better too. I actually feel healthier. High vibrations keep your body physically healthier too, as far as energy medicine goes, because the mind kind of tells the body what to do, honestly. So just look at it in all these different things and look at this as opportunity to level up and handle things better, level up and enjoy life better, even when it's challenging. You can still be happy even when a challenge comes through. You can go, okay, there you are. We're going to take care of that, but you're not going to take my joy away. You're not going to take my happiness away. Things like that. So you will feel them up and down. Just get, I'm giving you a realistic perspective on this, but we have a lot more control over things like that than we realize. We deserve to enjoy our lives, even though they can be tough at times. And that's what I'm trying to show you here. And these are energies that are in circulating right now that kind of give us a little super boost so we can tap in a little bit easier. And then once you've really got it, you don't have to wait for the energy to come around to do it. You can just be in that when you want to be. So this is practicing living at those higher vibrational levels. And we talk about it and we hear about it all the time. Manifesting is much easier at higher vibrations. All of it, much easier. So I just hope that that made sense. We're talked about a lot of stuff today, and I'm excited and all wound up too. But I just want to say I love each and every one of you without trying to cry right now. I know. You guys mean a lot to me. I look forward to coming in here and just us hanging out and putting our energies together. So before we close the show, what I'd love to do with you guys, because we have a really great group that comes in pretty regular, I want you to close your eyes for one moment and put a thank you out there for this group, for what we have, for the bond and the connection and the vibrations and the support we give one another. You give it to me too. So it means a lot. It means a lot to everyone, but I don't know. I don't even know how else to say it except thank you for being there. Thank you for wanting to be a participant in something positive, and for just showing up to want to better yourself and letting me be a part of that. I feel honored to be a part of your journey with you. So with that said, I'm going to let everybody go so you can go have a fantastic day and practice some skills. Practice some gratitude, looking for that ray of hope. The more you do it, the more you'll see. I love you guys, and thank you so much for supporting the show. And we will see you next time here on the Jenn Royster Show. Namaste.
You've been listening to The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show, visit